Okay, go ahead.
Currently, we have 14 school resource officers and one sergeant, and we're in 3 school districts. We're in the Fresno Unified School District, Central Unified School District, as well as Fresno County Office of Education. And we are on 18 different campuses, high school, middle school, as well as elementary school. And the purpose of what we've recently renamed our student resource officers from that of being a school resource officer is so that they can be more of a resource to the student on campus. I want our officers to be viewed as approachable, trustworthy. I want them establishing relationships with the students on campus, to be considered a mentor and a coach and a role model to these students. I think historically sometimes officers on campuses have been viewed as a guard versus a guardian. Maybe they're viewed as an enforcer, and not approachable. Well, we want them to be very approachable. During lunchtime, when our students are out in the areas where they're gathering together, I don't want our officers standing over in the corner watching guard over them. I want them intermingling with the students and building relationships. And also what we want to do is to make sure that our presence on campus is for the purpose of enhancing the safety of students so that they are better able to learn on campus. And the other portion is that sometimes in law enforcement we are seen as causing youth to enter the criminal justice system when perhaps they shouldn't. And we've taken steps to train our student resource officers on understanding the adolescent mind, strategies for youth, the victim offender reconciliation program, training for restorative justice, for the purpose of diverting these students out of the criminal justice system. And we do that through youth court. In fact, of the last 2 months, we've during our student contacts, there was actually 46% of the ones that we either issued a citation to or arrested ultimately went into our youth court program, which is a diversion out of the criminal justice system. So we're very proud of that fact. But we hope that number will grow. Again, our goal is not to remove students from the campus, to not cause students to go into the criminal justice system, but to create a safe environment for them to learn. Unfortunately, there are a small percentage of students on campuses, every campus, where they are sometimes aggressive, maybe not very respectful, and doing things of a criminal nature. And it makes it very hard for other students on campus to learn with them there. And so our officers do have to take some enforcement action on campuses. But when you consider the fact that our 14 school resource officers or student resource officers, there's 23,000 students on those 18 campuses in which we have a police presence. And when you look at the number of student days that they have on campus and the number of student contacts we have, it's very, very minimal, very minimal. So I'm looking forward to not only what we're continuing with our new philosophy, but also expanding the student resource officer program this coming year by adding 15 more officers on the middle schools and in those neighborhoods surrounding the middle school. And that is for the purpose of not only reducing truancy on these campuses, but having after-school activities for youth, but getting very involved in the neighborhoods. We can't separate the schools from the neighborhood, and it's important that we deal with some of the issues that contribute to the fear that these students feel when they're going to and from school. Gangs, drugs, some of those activities, we're going to be dealing with that as well.